Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. In this video we are going to learn one of the most basic and important things in Android Studio, and that is buttons. Yes, simple buttons. Buttons are used in every Android apps. They can be simple buttons, image buttons, floating action buttons, also called FAB, switches and radio buttons. Everything starts with a button. So if you are new to Android Studio, or if you are just starting with Java or XML, this video is perfect for you. I will explain different types of simple buttons step by step using easy and clear examples, and by the end of this video you will be able to create, customize and use buttons confidently in your own Android apps. So let's just start and launch the Android Studio. Open the new project and click on empty views activity and click next and give a name to your project. I gave my buttons. Package name you can leave as it is. Language I will select Java. Build configuration you can choose, I keep it Kotlin here, and click finish. And you will see you have main activity.java and activity_main.xml open in front of you. When you go to activity_main.xml, you will see there is a hello world. Let's go to the XML of that and you can see the code for the text. Now we can come to main activity.java and we can delete edge to edge, and also we can delete view compat, all these things here, and only set content view. You can see all the class and unused classes I'm just deleting just to make it look clean. Now coming back to activity_main.xml, first thing what I will do, I will change from constraint layout to linear layout because I'm just creating buttons which are linearly arranged. Inside the linear layout I will give a small padding, Android padding equal to 5 dp. I will delete the text view, start adding the buttons, so write button. Layout width equal to wrap content and layout height equal to wrap content also. Close it here. Then other attributes in the button we can add. We have to give ID to the button, ID equal to ID/button normal. Then we can also declare text on the button. We can say text equal to normal button. This is our first button, which is a normal button, the most basic button. We can select layout gravity equal to center so that it comes to the center of the screen. And we provide also margin bottom, layout margin bottom equal to 40 dp and margin top equal to 50 dp. We can also add orientation in the layout. So orientation equal to vertical, so it is center into the vertical because by default it is in the horizontal. After the normal button we can start creating the image button which acts also like a button. So image button, layout width equal to 100 dp, layout height equal to 100 dp, and ID/button image. Close it here like we did for the normal button. Then we have to give a source for the image, Android src equal to drawable IC launcher background. Now this background is under the drawable. By default you get IC launcher background. You can create your own drawable and put any image into that. I'm creating a simple launcher background image. Now I have to declare content description here, content description equal to image button. Also here I will set the gravity, layout_gravity equal to center. I'll provide layout margin bottom equal to 40 dp. Now we can start toggle button. So toggle button, width equal to wrap content and layout height equal to wrap content. We have to add some ID, Android ID equal to ID/button toggle. And then we can also define layout gravity equal to center. Then we have to define text on equal to on and text off equal to off. So when we click, the button text will toggle. So button text will toggle from on to off and off to on. And then we will give layout margin bottom equal to 40 dp. Now we can create our switch. So we write switch, layout width equal to wrap content and layout height equal to wrap content. Close it here. We also have to provide some ID here, ID equal to ID/button switch. Then we can also write layout gravity equal to center, and below that we will write text for the switch. We call it switch. You can give any name you want. Then below switch we can give some margin, so layout margin bottom equal to 40 dp. Now we will create a checkbox. When you check, it becomes true, and that you can use as a button also. So checkbox, layout width equal to wrap content and layout height equal to wrap content, and close it here. And we have to give ID like we give for others, ID / button checkbox. And then we'll define gravity, layout gravity equal to center, so that everything is centrally aligned. Now in the text of the checkbox, we will define check. So it's a checkbox now. And similarly, margin bottom below, so that everything is equally placed. So margin bottom equal to 40 dp. Now once checkbox is done, we can also create radio group. First we have to define a radio group. So width is wrap content, height is wrap content, close it here. And we will define an ID for the radio group. ID equal to ID / button radio. And gravity equal to center. Inside the radio group, now we will start defining radio buttons. So write radio button. Inside the radio button, that's our first button, radio button. Android layout width equal to wrap content. And layout height equal to wrap content. Text for the first radio button is option 1. That's our first radio button inside the radio group. Now we'll copy this and paste it to create another radio button, and the text, we will only change the text of that button, option 2. Now we have to close it like this for the radio group, put at the end. So that's our radio group. You can see inside the radio group there are 2 radio buttons, so option 1 and option 2. Whichever radio button is selected, and you can use that to initiate your task accordingly. And now we will create a floating action button. So you can see the floating action button is available under material. So select that and write width equal to wrap content and layout height equal to wrap content. We'll provide an ID / button FAB. This is floating button which you can place anywhere. It also looks very nice in the app. Now gravity of the button, we can do the same, gravity equal to center. We have to assign an image to the floating action button. For that we have to write app /src compat equal to drawable. That's our folder where all the images are stored. I can just take the default IC launcher background. You can take your own images or icons, whatever you want. I will also choose my design surface to look similar to what my phone will look like. So I will select Pixel 8 because that's my screen, just so that I can do proper arrangement, and I can see that there's a little bit margin required below the radio group, so that I can do in the radio group. Margin bottom equal to 40 dp. And also I can add margin below the floating action button, layout margin bottom equal to 40 dp. Now I will create material button also. More styling you can do in material buttons, and that looks better in the apps. So I write material button, width equal to wrap content and height equal to wrap content, ID equal to ID / button material. And then I can define layout gravity equal to center to make it align centrally. Now I can define text inside the button and text equal to material button. Now I can define an elevation. That's a feature of material button. So Android elevation equal to 1 dp, just a little bit elevation. Under material, there is lots of style you can give to button that looks awesome, and you can create awesome buttons. I will choose style widget material component button outlined. So I want to create an outlined button. Since it's a material button, I can also add some ripple effect. It's very easy. Just write app ripple colors equal to color primary. Before color primary, you have to write $attr attribute / color primary. Now you are done with the XML. Now we go to our main activity where we can declare all the actions. So we declare all the variables: button normal, image button image. Then another button, we have toggle button. We can keep the name button toggle here. Switch button switch. Then I can write checkbox, button checkbox, semicolon. And then also we can define radio group is radio group. Then I will write floating action button FAB. You can see that the dependency class is automatically added in the program, but if it is not added, you can always add it. Radio group is showing red, so I just alt enter and import the class, and you can see it becomes black, so there is no error. Now inside the set content view, we have to start fetching these XML IDs into variables. So button normal equal to find view by ID, r.id.button normal. I will copy and paste multiple times. The next is button image. Inside the ID, I will change it button image. That's my ID in the XML. Then button switch, I will change it button switch in the ID as well. Similarly for button toggle, I will change the ID button toggle. Then I will write button checkbox equal to find view by ID r.id.button checkbox. Then I also have a radio group equal to, here I have to write find view by ID r.id.button radio. Now button FAB equal to find view by ID r.id.button FAB, and that's all our initialization. Now we will start declaring actions when we click the button. So we'll write button.setOnClickListener. Inside we write view v, we'll make a curly bracket. Inside the bracket we will create a toast.makeText. This context is this, and inside the text we will show normal button pressed, toast.length short. Also the bracket we will write dot show. So every time we press the normal button, there will be a toast message in the screen that normal button is pressed. Now this is our action for the button normal. We will create simple actions for other buttons as well. So button image equal to setOnClickListener, and we also have the view class here, view v-arrow, and inside the bracket we will create a curly bracket group. We will write inside the curly bracket toast make text this, and inside the text we will change that image button pressed because we are clicking on the image button. Now button toggle, again setOnClickListener, v-arrow, inside the curly bracket here, make toast here and make a toast and change the text toggle button pressed from normal button pressed. Now button switch dot setOnClickListener, v-arrow, like this. We create a curly bracket and make the toast and change the text to switch pressed. Now we write button checkbox dot setOnClickListener, v-arrow. Inside the bracket I will write toast make text checkbox pressed. Now I will write radio group. Now here, instead of setOnClickListener, we will write setOnCheckedChangeListener because we are clicking on radio group, not a button. Now you will see it has two parameters. One is radio group and what is checked ID. So whatever we check goes to checked ID. Again, checked ID gets the ID of whatever button we press. Now inside the bracket, we will write radio button. Selected is a new variable we create equal to find view by ID checked ID. Whatever radio button we check, the ID of that will be assigned to selected. Now the variable selected will be used here to show in a toast make text. In the text we will write selected.getText plus into the quotes we will write pressed. So whatever is selected variable, it will get the text of that, and that's the text we have defined. Option 1 and option 2, whichever is selected will be added here. Now we will write button FAB dot setOnClickListener, v-arrow view class. We create a toast again, toast fab pressed. And that's all we have done with the coding also. So we have created all the buttons here in the XML. And you can see all the buttons are created, and we have added codes. We have also added in main activity.java to show toast message whenever a button is pressed accordingly. It's time to run the code. Now my app is launched. I'm using a screen mirror to see the screen of my mobile phone. And you can see all the buttons are appearing very beautiful, nicely arranged. And if I click normal button, it gives the toast message, normal button pressed. Next I click image button. Image is just IC launcher background, and it shows the text image button pressed. Now next I move to toggle button. So if I click on that, you can see the toggle changes to on. You have there's a message toggle button pressed. If you press it again, it becomes off. Again the toast comes toggle button pressed. So also see the switch. You see the switch was disabled, and when we clicked it becomes enable, and there is a toast switch pressed. That's how it works. Then we can see the checkbox. As soon as we click the checkbox, you can see the checkbox is now showing ticked, and also there is a toast checkbox pressed. We come to radio group. Inside the radio group, you can see there is two options. Click option 1 and you can see option 1 pressed. If you click option 2, option 1 is not selected, option 2 is selected, option 2 is pressed. Now we'll click on FAB. If you click on FAB, you can see the message FAB pressed. Similarly, you can click on material button. If you click on material button, you can see there is a ripple effect, there is an outline, and there is an elevation. You can see some nice button style here. And when you click on that, you can see it says material button pressed. So that's how all these buttons are working now very nicely, and the app is complete. I hope you learn to create buttons from this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and give comments. And thank you all for watching my video.